Warning! The opinions on this podcast are of the hosts and guests only, and may contain childish humor. Listen at your own discretion. And now, please adjust your headphone volumes to an unreasonable level and prepare to enjoy the most dynamic and electrifying podcast that cyberspace has encountered.
Welcome back to our show. This is episode 59 of Sports Bliss
with Rob
and Chris. And we have two very special guests with us who are near and dear to our hearts, our own family.
What's up, guys? I wasn't sure. I haven't done one of these things before. I wanted to say thanks for having me and my wife, Jennifer, on your show today.
Yeah. We are actually down here close to Tampa Bay for Memorial Day weekend, and we thought it would be so fun to have you guys on our podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So what we're going to be going over today is since you guys are so close to Tampa, I have some Buck questions to ask you guys, and then Rob is going to finish it up with a UCF juicy topic. But before we get into it, let's do a beer shout out. Okay, technically nobody's drinking beer. I am enjoying a nice kicking it old school Captain and Coke.
Technically, Coke Zero and Cherry.
Cherry
there
Coke.
You go.
Coke Zero. You know, you got to watch.
Yeah.
You got to watch all the zeros.
all the zeros. You got to count all the zeros. I am having today a nice Bombay gin with soda and lime. Very classic.
Very classy.
Very nice. That's a man's drink.
And Jen, what are you having?
I'm having a nice Pinot Grigio.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
And good Dramani,
Keeping it classy over there. Keeping it classy.
She's going to be doing headstands, drinking Pinots in a few minutes.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and dive in today. So since we're so close to Tampa, you know, our family lives here in Sarasota, we thought it would be so fun to get your reaction on Tom Brady joining Tampa Bay.
So excited.
I know. So what is your...
I feel like I can watch the Bucs this season.
I know.
I think
For
we
real.
all gave up on the Bucs last year, right?
I was not interested.
And the year before. I mean,
I couldn't
I'll be
watch
honest
because
with
of
you.
Winston. I'll be honest.
Hey,
We boycotted
Yeah.
Jameis Winston. As long as he was on the team, we had nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
and that's a shame, too, because, you know, he wouldn't have been my first pick. I don't know if I even would have drafted a quarterback that year. Once he was on the team, you know, you wanted to root for him, and he just couldn't put it together. And it was tough to watch. And you know, I'm kind of a rugged, outdoorsy type of guy, and you know, I gave up my weekends to watch this type of stuff, and it was brutal.
So the 30 for 30 was not your deal.
Okay, so
Listen, let's not get into that because it was actually 30 for 33 and 6 fumbles in addition.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
So don't get me started, okay?
I mean, you know, I mean, I wish the best for everyone. I no ill will or anything, so I hope he does well, you know, in his career and such. I just, you know, I think it was just time to move on.
And I
Exactly.
hope that LASIK surgery helped.
I heard he...
So, wait, so
I heard
Jenny-
he
He's
didn't
trying to
have
be
it.
nice.
So Jenny, let's get into this. What do you think about Tom Brady joining?
I think we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
yes,
baby.
I'm
And
ready
we're going
for
to
it.
be in Tampa.
A home Super Bowl, the first time ever, right?
Wow. Okay.
That's
Very
right.
exciting.
Okay, I don't want to jinx anything. You know, I just
He has
I
the best
want
players
them to
of
win
any
the Super
team.
Bowl, but I want them. I mean, I don't even care anymore. I'm
But
just
this is
happy
the
to
best-
watch it.
But
You
this
just
is the
want
best
them,
team.
You just want them to win.
I mean, who's not excited to see what happens the first
Okay.
game?
So listen,
Yeah,
I felt
exactly.
like I was cheated out of the first Bucs Super Bowl.
Why is
Be-
that?
Because I was in New York at the time. I couldn't watch one game of the season.
We had a
I
lot
had
of
to
fun
watch.
watching that game in
I had to
Orlando.
watch the Jets and the Giants that whole season,
Mm.
and then for the Super Bowl, I was working.
Well,
I couldn't even watch it.
It was a lot of fun.
It was
Sucks.
a jinx.
Hey,
sucks to be
I
you.
I know.
I just want to let you know, like, it was such a party that year.
Yeah.
I don't even remember all the games, and I had to go back and watch them again. You know, because every week it was just like lawn chairs on everybody's backyard with big screen TVs. And when I say big screen TVs, it's not like these like 5-pound, 80-inch TVs you carry outside. It was like
the 3 feet deep TVs.
I mean, but we were doing it. We were lining them up, and people had chairs, and we were so hammered. I mean, we were partaking in a tasty beverage while we were watching the game.
I like how you put that.
Yeah.
Very well spoken. Okay, which then this leads me to my next question. How do you think like Gronk is going to be with him being off for a year? How do you think he's going to contribute to the team?
No idea how Gronk's going to do coming
I
in.
think he'll be fine. I mean, I don't think that taking a year off. I think he's recovered from whatever injuries that he had, and
I mean,
he'll come back and
I
do what he needs to do.
I think he's going to be a beast.
I think
Okay.
He's with his quarterback.
I
Okay.
think he is going to annihilate it.
So
He's going to be great.
okay, so this is the way I look at it. Gronk is he's going to come in. It's going to be WrestleMania. Is what it's going to be.
Oh, he has to defend his 24/7 belt.
No, this is what I said to Robbie. I said, wouldn't it be so funny if he's coming out and somebody from the WWE tackles him because it's the 24/7, they can tackle him at any point, and then like pins him and gets
Wait,
the
let's
title.
go over the rules. So the rules
Okay, the rules for the 24/7 belt.
is there has to
It has to be a
him,
referee. There has to be a
and
ref.
there has to be a referee.
And he can get pinned at any point, 24/7,
So
anytime.
someone can try to pin him on the sideline.
I think Kristie liked to pin him on the sideline.
Do you think he's going to incorporate his belt somehow?
I hope he does.
I don't
In
know
playing.
because there's the NFL rules, and it's a different product, and it's owned by
What
Okay,
if
I
he
hope
just,
he
like-
does too. I hope he comes down from the club seating, holding it over his head. Yeah,
What
with
if
the
he
music
just
playing.
like
Yeah,
has
absolutely.
it over his shoulder and just runs out and then like puts it
Well,
on the sideline?
I know he was talking about this on his brother's podcast, Gronked Up, I think it is, and a great podcast, by the way. And they were talking about it, how wouldn't it be great if he were attacked by someone, because who's a referee? And he could be attacked at any time.
So would that account for the refs that are actually reffing?
Refereeing the game, yeah, as long as they're in an outfit.
Yeah.
Someone from the other team can come and get him.
That would be great.
That would be awesome. But does he have to have the belt on him?
It
Wouldn't that be
doesn't
great if he
matter.
has the belt on him, he scores a touchdown, and he
wouldn't
pulls
wanna
his
ruin
shirt
it.
up,
Oh man.
and then his team tackles him and
Yeah.
tries to take the belt from him? That'd be awesome.
Somebody jumps off the ropes. No, just kidding.
From the top rope.
Well, what do you guys think? I'm going to flip it back on you guys. I know you're
I
hosting
think
this now,
I think Gronk taking a year off, he's going to be rejuvenated, and he's going to
How
be
excited
I
do
think
you
it's
think
going to
he
be
is?
awesome because they have Howard, right, and they have Brait also on the team.
Yeah,
So it's
Braid's amazing, and if Howard
they
breaks
have
out,
three
Jesus.
great
And
tight ends.
I mean, and honestly, that's Brady's targets. That's his zone of the field. He loves those underneath.
and then he has
passes,
Evans and Godwin also. I mean, this is going to be awesome
Can you
for him.
imagine?
Right.
They're going to win.
They're gonna win, for sure.
Can you imagine all those amazing receivers that we have that finally catch a pass in stride rather than stringing themselves out,
Totally.
or just getting annihilated by putting themselves up in the air?
Totally.
But because I don't want to dump on Jameis again, but like, how many times did we see
Just do
Jameis
it.
throw the ball up?
he doesn't lead him well.
and
Just dump on him. Who
and
cares?
Evans getting his head torn off.
Exactly.
So Jameis, I wish the best for him and everything, but boy, I tell you what, can you imagine what the numbers would have been like for these guys already?
Well, I think it's
Exactly.
going to be great.
I think Gronk is going to be a great contribution to the team. Even though he's had a year off, I've seen him on his IG stories, on his IG live, whatever he does. His workouts are amazing. He's in phenomenal shape. I think he's going to dominate, and that's that.
And also, now that the marijuana is not illegal in
Well, he has his
NFL.
own CBD company.
Yeah, I know, but it's not
So-
illegal now.
so he
I
is
think he's
getting
going to recover very
recovered.
well.
Okay. Which then leads me, do you think that we can win the division over the Saints?
Yes.
Because you know
It's
that
gonna
now
be tough.
Jameis,
I don't think so. We're
Jameis
gonna
is
wrap it.
now with the Saints.
Well, and Drew Brees still there. They're a very good team.
Bye-bye.
I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times I've been in Tampa over the past 10 years, and I've seen Drew Brees come in there and just take it away from us so many times. I mean, the guy's a machine,
but
And-
the
and-
refs don't seem to like them. They always get the
Short end of the stick.
The short
Yeah.
end of the stick.
Well,
for sure.
I mean, once they get deep in the playoffs, but like, when you talk about what they've done in the division, they've just eaten people alive.
Well, I think it's going to be the Bucs or the Saints for sure, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
But do you think we can take them?
Yes.
I mean,
I think as long as
I
we
think
don't
it's
have
going to be tough.
I think as long as we don't have all the interceptions, we're winning.
Well, I think that's the
Yes.
big thing.
And that's all
If we
that's
don't
what
have the
ruined
number
us.
of interceptions, our defense is going to be so much better.
Exactly.
yeah,
And our
I was
offense
just
has
about. I was
awesome
just,
players.
Yeah, I was
I
just.
mean, we're good.
I was just about to bring that up, and I'm like, we're talking Gronk, we're talking the GOAT, we're talking Evans. Talk about our defense. Our defense is was starting to turn it up last year.
Yeah, and if we don't have the turnovers, if Brady limits the
Devin
turnovers,
White, can I just say Devin White?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So we're just missing one essential player to the team.
Hey guys, tell Jenny who Devin White is,
I don't know
in
who
case
that
she
is.
doesn't know.
Okay.
He's linebacker.
Is he new? He's the new guy?
He's pretty young. Yeah, I think he was out of LSU,
We
right?
just
He
picked
was
up
out
we just picked
LSU.
up a new guy, though.
He was out of LSU.
Yeah.
Did they win the national championship with him, or was it?
No, that was when they played UCF actually, and they beat UCF in the Fiesta Bowl.
Well,
he was
I
on
don't
that
count
team.
that without Milton in the game.
No, but he was on that team, so he graduated
I
that
mean,
year.
It doesn't
so
technically
I
count
think,
as a win for LSU,
I think,
does
I
it?
think this is the second year. Well, it counts, but
I
this
know,
is the
I get
second
it.
year. This is the second year for them. So for Devin White. So, but I have high hopes for the Bucs. I hope that they can overtake the Saints and run into the playoffs and
I
So
think so,
excited to
too.
watch him
and be
play this
there.
year.
But
I think so too.
I'm much more excited about them this year than I have been in the last couple of
10
years.
years.
I will say, how coincidental is it that the Super Bowl is going to be in Tampa this year?
It's kismet, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Kismet.
I feel like it's meant to be.
it is.
So,
Yeah.
do you think that is why Gronk came here because it just looked like magic with all this stuff, or
No. They said Brady said wherever he was going, Gronk was going.
okay?
It was a package deal.
What
Wrong.
about Edelman, though?
Yeah.
Wrong.
That's what he said.
Wrong. I'll give you the answer. Gronk is actually coming to Florida. He said, Brady being at Tampa was icing on the cake or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing because his mom lives here. Gronk's mom is like
I think his brother
an
lives
hour
here,
and a
too.
half or 2 hours
Yeah.
away, and she can come see
Yeah.
him. Okay, that's what he said. Maybe to make his mom feel good.
Brady said when he signed that he was going to be with Gronk no matter what.
Yeah, no,
He was-
I mean,
he said that to
you
teams
know
beforehand.
that's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, honest to God, you
Right.
know that's the truth.
Yeah.
But he came out.
I
in
don't
a
think
story-
Gronk would have come out of retirement otherwise.
Yeah, what is his motive to come out of retirement to come to Tampa for
He's
his
been
mom?
so injured.
I mean, like,
I
it just
know,
doesn't
right?
make any sense.
I know.
He's been so injured throughout his career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's switch gears.
Can we switch gears? I've got a good story, and I think Kristie's going to get a little upset with this one, as she usually does. but-
Whatever. Bring it on.
But I know Jenny and I are going to love this because we are both alumni of the great
I think I know what you're.
UCF
Nice.
Knights.
They used to be
Go
golden.
Charge On. Used to be Golden, but now they're just the Knights. So I saw a story, and it was at a fan side. So I don't want to take credit for this, but they came up with this idea, and they said, should the SEC trade Vanderbilt
Yes.
for UCF?
No.
No.
They said it. They said, listen, we need to get rid of
Hell
Vanderbilt and
no.
put UCF in the SEC.
Hell no.
So I said, listen, let's talk to some fans about it.
Okay.
Some people that follow. I know Kristie doesn't want us in there because soon after we're in, we're going to be dominating Gators.
Well, I mean, let's look at the truth of this. UCF's actually
That's right.
okay.
That's all I'm going to give you.
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Go UCF.
But let's be honest about it. The Knights are number 14 in the Florida football. I mean, the number 14
Well,
in the
and-
football power index.
Well, not just that. We have a higher chance of winning the national championship than the Gators.
Absolutely.
Listen, I don't understand what y'all are saying because y'all speak a different
Okay.
language than me
So-
right now.
Well,
So
I
listen,
mean,
I'm
that's-
just going to
that's
give you...
That's per ESPN last I saw. So
Can I just run through some facts real quick?
Sure.
Some facts real quick before we debate
you
this.
have a second. Go ahead.
I know, 1 second, right?
1 second.
Okay. Pardon me, ma'am, for a couple of moments of your time, of your
finally
moments of your precious
Okay.
SEC moments
Okay,
in
get to
time.
it.
And I'm
Okay,
excited
hey,
that
fi-
SEC said that everybody can start playing on June
So-
8th.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, nice.
Oh,
Yes.
Exciting.
So
You know why Rob's so excited? He finally has some UCF people to corner Kristie on this one. So
No, I know. We're ganging up tonight.
Listen,
So.
all I gotta say is bring it on. I am used to everybody coming for the Gators.
You should-
so bring it. That's
Listen,
all I
you
gotta
should
say.
embrace us.
Yeah, they're good.
The reason Vanderbilt is in the SEC is because they're one of the founding members.
Right.
Okay.
Which we've talked
And
about in our
we've talked about
last
it, and
episode that they should be out.
And
So how do they
ironically,
kick them out?
And ironically, I've said that they shouldn't be in there because they're a bottom feeder, they're terrible, and this, that, and the other. I've said this numerous times. And many people have said that. So this person suggested that the SEC should trade the AAC, for UCF and send Vanderbilt. I would say even send one of the Mississippis. Because they're terrible also.
They're not going to do that.
Okay?
Come
so
on.
let's give some facts here for a second. And
Okay.
people are going to bag on UCF. So the first thing they're going to say is UCF is 3-18 all time against the SEC, right? Well, UCF is 2-5 since 2010, so they're almost 500.
Are they counting that time that they kept backing UCF up on the field goal kick?
No,
against
but
Georgia
listen,
back in the old days?
but
I'm just
listen,
checking.
UCF is 0-9 in the 90s when they were 1AA. So their 3-18 record is severely hurt by when they were 1AA trying to get a paycheck to play big schools. Now, when I look back, 10 of those games that they lost by less than one score. Out of the 18 losses they're 3-18, 10 of those they only lost by 7 points or less.
And how many were ranked schools?
They were all SEC schools.
How many were
No,
ranked?
we're talking SEC. It doesn't matter if they're ranked or not ranked.
I rest
They
my
were
case.
Alabama.
I rest my case.
Oh, rest my case. They were all ranked. They were the only teams they ever played.
Love doesn't fit.
The only
Exactly.
the only teams they played were Georgia, Auburn, Alabama, pretty much, and South Carolina.
Yeah, 300 years ago.
Listen.
Hey,
But they only but I'm saying people are like, oh, UCF would be blown out if
They
they were
will.
an SEC school.
100.
They lost 10.
100, they'd be blown out.
10
They-
of the
they-
15
they
losses they
provide some
lost were less
competition.
by one score. And so now let's talk about revenue. UCF makes $60 million a year for revenue. Let's bump them up to $150 million, like all the other SEC schools, and see how they
Nice
do after
scholarships.
2 or 3 years. And let's see. I bet you that record goes way up. They'll be much better than Vanderbilt.
Well, we can agree to disagree, and we can disagree to disagree.
I knew you would get mad about this. I knew it.
I'm going to be honest. After a
What do
couple
you think
of these
about this, Timmy?
I'm going to be honest. After a couple of captains, I got lost there for a second. But I think that it's great to fantasize about this and everything, but there's no reason why the SEC would want us. And
it's hypothetical.
I mean,
It's hypothetical.
I totally, there's so much money involved, and some of the lower tier schools, like you said, the bottom feeders, they're not even using the money they're making off the SEC to put back into the football team.
Oh, they're
you
not.
know?
They're
So,
not. They're not. They're not.
They're funding everything else on the school campus for it. So which I mean, I get it. I would do the same thing too. I'd take the paycheck and let your kids get beat up every year, one after another.
But who would you trade if you could?
I mean, obviously they're not going to do it, but Vandy's the obvious choice.
Yes.
Obvious choice, right?
Obvious choice.
Maybe the Mississippis, one of the two.
But look,
No.
the a few years ago I read an article, and I can't remember. I don't know if it holds true now, but it was something about the SEC football program makes more per game on average than an NFL franchise team.
Maybe.
Now, I mean, I read it. It could have been like 5 years ago.
Well,
or something
I
like
was
that.
talking about that
But-
on the last podcast. UCF makes about $4 million a game. Okay, for their home games. That's the reason they don't want to agree to these 2-for-1s. They want 1-for-1s. And
Well,
Kristie got very upset with
Well,
me
if
about
they
that. but
if they want to play with the big dogs, then they need to eat that money.
I don't want to play with big dogs. I
Well,
want to
then
make
they
my
need-
money.
Then y'all need to shut up then.
Oh. We can get 1-for-1s. We'll play
hurts.
UNC or these other ACC teams that want to play us, and we'll beat them, and we'll make money. If you extrapolate that, for instance, say UF, if UCF's making $4 million a game with 45,000 people in their seats, UF has about 80,000 and they charge more. So they're going to be making about 10 million a game.
Yeah.
So if you extrapolate that out, they're making about 70 million a year
Extra.
just from ticket sales.
Yeah.
And so
You can pay players a lot that way.
You can.
Absolutely. So
yeah, I love it. So, and so we'll see how it goes. But
well, I mean, I made that joke too, but I mean, with the NCAA football rule changes, there's a lot to worry about the players getting paid and such these days too. So, these big schools, they have a lot of pull and they have a lot of money and a lot of donors, and the big machines get bigger.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Right.
Our last episode was talking about that, and the SEC has paid about $140,000 this year to lobbyists.
Yeah.
To basically limit the players. It's to put restrictions on the players. And so a lot of people feel that this is actually going to benefit the group of 5 teams more than the Power 5 teams, especially teams like UCF and Houston and Memphis and Boise, because they have a brand to them and kids will be able to start for them and they'll be able to make more endorsements than a lot of the other Power 5s.
Rather than sitting
this
third
isn't
seat to somebody.
Yeah, this isn't talking about Alabama and Georgia and Florida and those and Ohio State, those type of teams. Yeah. But to compare them to like a Vanderbilt and Illinois, these type of schools,
Nebraska.
Yeah, you'll actually make more. They say Nebraska, they'll probably be able to make more because there's no pro teams or anything like that for endorsements. But, for the smaller schools, they could excel up. So then they think that there will be 3 levels of schools and not 2.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So you guys are new. What that means is it's trivia time. Are you guys ready for some trivia?
I'm ready.
I'm so ready.
Oh, and I have a trivia today, too.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Well, okay then. Okay, are you guys ready?
I don't think I'm ready. But okay, let's go.
As ready as I'll be.
Okay, what mainstream lager brand tried to relaunch last year as a craft beer? Is it A, Carlsberg, B, Hofmeister, C, Kronkenborg,
D.
or D, Budweiser?
D, Budweiser.
I'm going to go D, Budweiser.
A.
Budweiser.
You guys are all wrong.
What was it?
It is Hofmeister. B.
What is
B.
Hofmeister? What is Hofmeister? I mean,
I have no
I
idea.
drink a lot of beer.
I've never heard of
Hofmeister?
it.
It has some umlauts over the E, I think. No, I don't know, but I don't know.
Umlauts?
Whatever. Umlauts.
Umlauts?
That was a hard one, man.
It was really
That's
hard.
really hard. Okay, I have an easier one. This is going to be for the 3 of you, and you guys can
Fine,
just...
I'll move on.
You guys, this is going to be a guess.
Okay.
Because no one will actually know this. How many hot dogs are eaten at Major League Baseball games each year? I thought because it's Memorial Day and we're going to grill out.
Is this an ABC answer or is this a guess?
Just a guess.
Year.
Yeah.
So it's a
Each
cumulative.
year?
Yeah, the closest wins. Closest to the pin wins.
A
All
million.
hot dogs?
I'm saying a million.
You're saying 1 million. Kristie says 1 million.
This is hot dogs at all.
Yeah, okay. So wait, let me back
Major
up.
League
Okay,
Baseball
maybe
So there's
I should-
162 games.
So maybe I should resend my.
and there's
like
32 teams
Yeah.
or whatever,
Do
right?
they still have Major League Baseball?
Not this year.
so.
Not in Tampa.
Wait, I mean, I'll fine. I'll just go with 1 million again.
Okay, you're going with 1 million hot dogs.
I'm going to defer to Jen first. Ladies first.
52 million.
52 million.
Ooh, that's a lot of bits.
That's a lot of dogs.
A lot of dogs.
That's a lot.
And that doesn't even count the sausages.
That's a lot of lips and whatever.
Lots
anyway.
of names. Lots of people. They eat hot dogs.
Yes, they do. Wow. I said first I've got to divide it up by the number of teams.
I would
how
say
many games.
69,000.
69 million.
Just kidding.
Wow. I'm thinking. I know this is such a tough thing. I'm gonna say 69. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna say 9 million.
Okay, so 1 million, 9 million,
60.
52.
52 million.
That's a lot of dogs.
It was 18.3 million hot dogs.
Okay, is this Price is Right? I win?
I think you win.
I like it.
Well,
Very
there
good.
you have
Hey,
it.
as
There
long-
you have it.
Hey,
18 million.
hey, as
It
long
was
as I-
actually 18.3 million, they said, in 2019 hot dogs.
What it was? You're not going to ask me to like reach in your pocket to get the winnings, right? For this, or
Sure.
okay?
Yeah, there's
After-
a $100
That's the old
bill
Bob
in here.
Barker thing.
After the show.
Okay, all right.
After the show. Okay. Okay. And now we're going to wrap up the show with a would you rather. Would you rather sell all of your possessions or sell one of your organs? And it could be your choice for an organ. Like, you get to choose the organ you sell.
Okay, can we qualify this question really quick? If I sell all of my possessions, do I get all the money for my possessions and get to rebuy whatever I want?
Yeah, you just like, you're giving away everything.
Oh, okay, that's easy. I'll sell all my possessions.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm not getting up my insides.
I mean, things are things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not my
Yeah.
insides.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
I agree.
yeah.
I definitely agree. For
Okay.
sure.
Cool.
Things are, yeah, you said it right. Things are things, but like your organ, why would you, because you have to you could choose. So it's
I
basically
could sell my like gallbladder
could
or
I-
something. I don't need it.
the only thing.
Could I trade up on one of my organs? I'm just checking.
The only thing is that this is like a matter of control. So like you can't control what's being sold, but you can control what organ you're giving away. So that's all that it comes down to.
Yeah.
What's one of those you don't need? Like
I can buy more
tonsils?
stuff.
Is tonsils considered an organ?
I don't know.
What if I give him a piece of skin?
No,
technically that's
but
an
I
organ.
think they're talking like a kidney or like part of your liver.
major organ.
Yeah, major organ. Come on.
A gallbladder?
Yeah. We
Okay.
don't,
Gallbladder's
we don't
nothing.
need that.
We don't need
But that's
that.
an organ.
No,
an
but they don't
organ,
do gallbladder
But it's-
transplants.
What about your
It doesn't
ovaries?
matter.
I
You're
mean,
They
selling it.
could.
No, they got to
What
do.
if you're not using your ovaries? You use one of those.
I was thinking
Just
of your
checking.
uterus. You don't have to have it, right?
Yeah.
Ew.
But you don't transplant uterus.
Well,
You could.
You could transplant your colon.
Oh.
You'd be carrying a bag.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, and with that, we're going to end on today's episode. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
thank you for having us.
Booyah!
Thank you for listening to Sports Bliss with Rob and Chris. Available on Anchor.fm, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and everywhere else fine podcasts are found. Follow us on Instagram and leave voice comments at 407-494-6420. This has been a Sports Bliss with Rob and Chris production.